Hello, everyone. This is a Triple Cross. This is episode 9. Thank you for the comments. Some of these comments were held. I don't know, maybe the setting. So I'm just now seeing some of the comments. Anyway, let's look at one of these comments. Okay, so I'm going to skip a few lines. It says, I never explored it being different. It wasn't until a messy breakup that I began to realize the full potential I had. I'm just starting to learn to unlock and dig deeper. And with the help of your videos, thank you, I appreciate that. I hope to maximize on my purpose. I have a question about cord cutting. Do you think it's better to sever it completely or to trim away the frayed edges? I want to start experimenting with this towards my ex, but I still have deep rooted feelings, even though it wasn't the best relationship. Okay, I thought I went over this, but maybe I didn't. I met a Source player not too long ago. It was obvious that she was a Source player. And she told me about cutting cords with her husband. Her husband has difficulty sleeping. When I heard this, I was like, I have no problems. Man, this guy, dude. This was when I was in Ecuador in February. Dude, I would just like this. My brain just like, my whole face just like froze. Basically, this guy wakes up, I don't remember the number of times, at least 100 times per night. He's been struggling with sleep. Shoot. Ah, this drink has way too much clover. I've been experimenting on wine and root cleansing spices such as ginger, turmeric, and apparently I put way too much clover oil on this one. But anyway, getting back to the story. So the husband was going through it. And I guess still going through it. So again, this was at the ayahuasca ceremony retreat. And when he got to Ecuador, that was like the first time in a long time that he actually had good sleep. The reason why I'm telling the story is because the wife recognized that she needed to cut the cord. Not because the wife didn't love him. They're still together. The relationship is stronger than ever. When the wife told me that she did a cord cutting between her and him, I was intrigued. I asked her to explain. Toxic connections even in good relationships, any element of work that must be done should be completely unrooted. Completely unrooted. When she cut the cord, the way she worded her return to sender was precise. She cut the toxic connection between her and her husband, thus releasing negative entities in the husband's body. So now the husband is freer to love her. She didn't cut the negative. She didn't cut the positive connection. There's a difference. So, as a master magician, which some of you really are, you just haven't tapped into it. Your wording is very important. It's a bit difficult to cut really strong positive connections, so you don't have to worry about damaging positive connections. When it's like being in a relationship, you sit down, you have a problem of sorts, and you sit down with your partner and you try to work things out. You try to work things out to fix the problem. Think about cord cutting in that way. You're trying to fix a problem, but when you sever the connection completely, you fix the problem completely. So that the positive elements is what grows. You have to clean up the house. Book 5, the 5th book that I wrote, which is part of the podcast. By the way, well, I'll just leave that alone for now. Book 5 was Love Her Anyway. Was it volume 2, volume 3? I'm forgetting the subtitle. Book 5, Love is Always Enough. Love Her Anyway. This is one of the quotes that I got from my source self. Love her anyway. That was many, many, many years ago. And it took me a long time to completely understand the all-encompassing elements of love. I could say that it took me about my whole entire life to accept love completely, to submit to love. I promise you, if you give yourself a chance to dig deeper into love, all right, let's make sure that this thing isn't. All right, stay, yes. You will surrender to love like I have, because love is not weak, stupid, or blind. So, the story that I just told was to answer the question that yes, you do have to sever the connection completely. Don't, if there's any positivity in that connection, it can only grow. Uh, is there anything else that I wanted to say? No, I think that's pretty much it. Source speed, source consciousness.